wet and windy weather. Cold temperatures continue as rain and breezy conditions sustain through your work week.
Spokane restaurants are making plans for the colder weather ahead. It means local restaurants are closing their patios.
We went from the best year that we've ever had in over 20 years to the worst year that we've ever had.
But coronavirus restrictions make surviving even harder.
Wilson surveys, fires, and it is going to be caught by DK Metcalf for a touchdown.
Last chance touchdown. The Seattle Seahawks win a thriller in the final minute. This morning, the game-winning touchdown everyone is talking about, plus a new record in team history.
I hope it doesn't go down the road it went last time.
Supreme Court showdown this morning. The details on the confirmation hearing to fill the Supreme Court vacancy.
Up with KREM starts right now with Jen York, Joshua Robinson, and Dana Marie McNichol.
$6 a.m. now on our Monday morning. We'll take a look at your screen here. Can you tell what that is? Yeah, a South Hill homeowner got quite the surprise on their door camera. So take a look at your screen. That's a bobcat seen snooping around their front porch. Happened this weekend near Thurston Avenue and Perry Street. Last week, authorities also wrangled two wayward bison on the South Hill. The Department of Fish and Wildlife now recommends worried pet owners keep their animals inside to avoid unwanted run-ins. Those door cameras, Dana Marie, seem to catch everything these days. But yeah, that one would be pretty startling if you walked outside this morning and saw that cruising through your yard.
Yeah, I don't even know what I would do. I mean, I feel like the South Hill, although it's a very suburban neighborhood, they have a lot of wildlife. I mean, turkeys, deer, bobcats. So I don't know, you never know what you're going to find on those cameras.
Hey, and you're in our outdoor weather center. You've had deer walk by you before.
I have. I was standing out here and a sweet baby deer was trying to do the weather on my weather set before we went on camera, and we had the mom and the baby out in our backyard. So a lot of fun wildlife that we do have and can enjoy here in the Inland Northwest, but it's going to be windy, so they're probably going to be taking cover today for sure.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about what we're dealing with.
Well, there's a high wind advisory in effect until 11 a.m. That's localized in the Palouse area, where we're seeing anywhere between 25 to 35 mile per hour sustained winds, up to 60 mile per hour gusts. Winds right now in Spokane, you can see here, are 20 miles per hour, 14 in Coeur d'Alene, but as you can see in the Pullman, Pomeroy, and Lewiston area, that's where those are going to be especially high. Now, there is a wind watch tomorrow in effect because they're going to continue to stay high. So this is what we see for precipitation at 8 a.m. this morning. So here in the Spokane area, I'm not feeling any rain, but it's a different case up north in the Sandpoint, Libby, Montana, even in the Idaho area as well. It's going to change a little bit in your afternoon. This is what 3 o'clock looks like, so still a couple of showers in Idaho, but as we move into tonight, it's just going to be partly cloudy conditions. But you see right here another weather system pushing through. I'm going to show you all of that in our full forecast, but expect a rainy Tuesday. Hour by hour here in the Inland Northwest, 58 degrees at 4 p.m. But of course, those sustained winds are going to stay high at 11. So that breeze is going to be out all day. Tomorrow, 61 and raining for most of your Tuesday. But as we push into later next this part of the week, Wednesday, we see partly cloudy conditions, but more dry weather for your 3-day forecast. But yes, we're going to see a chilly weekend ahead as well. All right, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Dana Marie, thank you so much. 6:03 now. Well, this morning, a national phone outage is impacting several areas of the Inland Northwest. Lumen is experiencing an outage, and it may impact calls to police. Nicole Hernandez is joining us live now to tell us more about that outage. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Jen. So if you're waking up this morning to those winds, make sure that you know that these winds are not what caused that outage. So I'll let you take a look at just how windy it is this morning while we talk about this. Look at that flag. It's been going like this all morning, catching those gusts right here. But just know that those phone outages were not caused by these winds. So Lumen phones, which used to be CenturyLink, were down in a lot of our area, but overnight Lumen did fix that issue, so phones should be back to normal this morning. Here's a look at what areas were down here. First, 2 spots north of Spokane were out. A big chunk of Spokane Valley and a chunk of Cheney also were having trouble with phones. But this isn't just a local problem. Take a look at this. These outages were across the whole country this morning. There were over a dozen large outbreaks, and one of the biggest ones being here in the Pacific Northwest. Now, of course, like I mentioned, those phones should be back up and restored, but earlier people were concerned about people with landlines being able to reach 911. So if you are waking up this morning, just make sure that phone works. That way you know in case of an emergency, you are good to go and can call emergency services. Live in Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
All right, Nicole, thank you so much. It's coming up now on 6:05. Well, new at 6, the confirmation hearing for President Trump's Supreme Court pick is getting underway. We do want to take a live look this morning at Washington, D.C. If approved, Judge Amy Coney Barrett would fill Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's seat. She died last month.
They want her on that court to hear the Affordable Care Act case on November 10th, 1 week after the election, so that she can strike it down.
I hope it doesn't go down the road it went last time. I hope we don't see Senate Democrats turning it into a political circus like they did with Justice Kavanaugh.
Now, if Barrett is confirmed, it would give the court a conservative majority, 6-3. Of course, we'll be covering the Senate hearings all week long with CBS News. 6:06 now. Well, this morning we are getting a better look at damage in Portland. Overnight, police declared a riot after protesters knocked over statues of Abraham Lincoln and Theodore Roosevelt. Police say protesters used chains to rip down the statues. The Oregonian reports demonstrators later smashed windows at the Oregon Historical Society. And this morning, President Trump is tweeting about the protest. He suggested arresting those involved. He also suggested sending federal agents to the city. Now, Twitter flagged his tweets for sensitive content. Looking at something different there. 6:06 now. Well, time for your morning rush. More news in less time. The White House physician says President Trump is no longer considered a COVID-19 transmission risk. They say he no longer needs to isolate at home. However, he did not say if the president tested negative for the virus. Tonight, the president is hosting a rally near Orlando. It is his first event away from the White House since doctors discharged him from the hospital last Monday. The Spokane Regional Health District is reporting 94 new COVID-19 cases in Spokane County. Last Thursday marked the third largest spike in daily cases since the beginning of the pandemic, with 138 new cases. The largest spike was on August 6th with 170 cases. The second largest was July 27th with 139 cases. Well, today is Indigenous Peoples Day. Today, drivers do not have to plug parking meters in Spokane. Government offices will be closed along with public libraries. Unlike the U.S. Postal Service, FedEx and UPS will be open. Yellowstone National Park reported a record number of September visitors. Just last month, the park recorded about 837,000 visits. That's higher than the same month last year. Well, Amazon is gearing up for its annual Prime Day sale. It gets underway tomorrow. Other big box stores are offering competing sales. Walmart, Target, and Best Buy are all promoting big discounts on things like TVs, watches, and other electronics. Walmart is also offering free shipping on eligible orders more than $35. Now that's your morning rush. More news in less time. You can let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. 6:08 now, 50 degrees as we kick off the work week here. And with fall temperatures settling in, restaurant owners are coming up with ways to survive the chilly season without outdoor seating.
Well, we do see a breezy Monday. There's a high wind advisory in effect until 11 a.m. for the Palouse areas. It's also going to be wet rain coming tomorrow, widespread, breaking all of that down.